In many cases, mostly in Africa, it doesn't really require you to have huge chunks of land for you to plant whatever you want or for you to cultivate whatever you want. As you can see, this is a small portion and we have various things just in a small portion. We have sugarcane, bananas establishing there. There's some bananas established there. There's a fruit tree over here, and there's some creeping vegetables here. I don't know if you have them in your country. This one here is a very good vegetable. It's slimy kind of, and it's very nutritious. It has been there ever since ages and ages. I don't know where its origin is from, but I understand it's also found in Jamaica and India, mostly in the Caribbean. I've heard people from the Caribbean, they know this vegetable. I don't know its name in English, but in Kenyan, we at times call it nderema. You can put it in the comment section. I don't know what is its English name, but it's a very nutritious vegetable. You can mix it with other vegetables. The goodness with this, with most of the traditional vegetables, is that they cannot be attacked by any disease and they cannot be attacked by pests. You can see how the leaf is smooth. It's very smooth. So it even becomes difficult for the pests to chew the leaf, and at times to the pests they are not palatable to the pests. We also have some black sugarcane here. Yes, usually we crush at times, we chew it like that, or we can crush and have some juice of it. Then you have some bananas there. It's a small portion, it's not a big portion, but you can see how many banana suckers are here. At the same time, we have veggies there. There's an orchard being established here slowly. This is an avocado tree, young one. Another young one there. We call this in our language, in Swahili, it's called nduma. Nduma is arrowroots. Is it arrowroots or yams? You will let me know. And then, of course, you have the famous vegetable here. This one is found all over, I know. This one in Kenya, we call it sucha. This is the giant nightshade. It's a very delicious vegetable. And again, as I had said, most of these indigenous vegetables that some people consider them as weeds, they are medicinal. They have some bitter taste, and that bitter taste is the reason as to why pests cannot attack them, and they are also not attacked by diseases more often. They are very hardy, so that bitter sap in them makes it difficult for the pests to chew them. Unlike the brassica family. When I talk of the brassica family, I mean the collards, cabbages, and even the spinach. Those ones are easily attacked by diseases. They're easily also attacked by some of these pests. There's a huge fellow upcoming there. This you can either cook or you can keep it and then it comes ripe. It's still young, but sooner or later we shall have it on our table. There are several here. You see, the goodness is that they are not maturing at the same time. You can eat that this month, after 2 months that one, or the next week the other one over there. Same to these other ones that are establishing, that one there. Same to the mango tree. And over there you can see some yams. Is it yams or arrowroots? I get confused. And then another thing, when it is raining, when you have harvested your your sweet potatoes, because when you harvest your sweet potatoes in Africa here, we usually take the vines and plant them at a spot. So you can see here there are some vines here. Some people use these leaves as vegetables. In Africa, some parts use these leaves, the sweet potato leaves, as vegetables. Some parts don't. Like us, you can give them to cows, livestock for that matter. So what we usually do after you have harvested the sweet potatoes, we take the vines and leave them at a certain place to creep. This is like a bank for the next season when you want to plant your sweet potatoes. When you want to establish your other portion or a bigger portion of your sweet potatoes, you'll just come and cut the vines in between the nodes. When I say nodes, these are node here. So you cut here, you can plant the other part going up. You cut here, you plant this other part. You cut here, you plant the other part. So these are not actually for harvesting. It's just like a bank for the seed. When I say a bank for the seed, I mean these vines. You see how long they are? These vines are what I mean as seed. Some plants have seed, some have suckers. Sorry for the background noise, I am near the road, so trucks are passing by. So this long vine is that what I'm calling the seed. So this one you can cut, you can establish several portions from this single vine, and there are several here. Let me go. We call this Ethiopian spinach. It looks like brassicas. It's a family of brassica, but we call it Ethiopian spinach. Looks like kales, looks like collards, but it's not collards, but they're in the same family. This one you only uproot the whole of it. You don't pluck the leaves like the way you do in collards and kales. This one you uproot the whole of it, and then you cut the leaves, and then you mix with other traditional vegetables. Let me take you to where the yams are now. Yep, you can see when this will be ready, we will also serve for breakfast. You can boil them. Some people make crisps out of them. Some people mash them, and you make, when you boil the arrowroots, actually you can mix with the cassava, you can mix with the sweet potatoes, then boil, and then you put in a blender, add a little bit of peanuts, and then add some milk. Then you can get that actually it's a porridge that is combined of a porridge that consists of arrowroots and then sweet potatoes. Then you can add some cassava and then some peanuts after you've boiled them together or separately, and then you add some milk for taste, then put in a blender. If you blend that thing and then you add a little bit of honey or some sugar, it drives you to heaven and back. It's a very delicious, very, very, very delicious porridge. So this is how big they are. Soon we'll be harvesting them. That's a mango coming up. That's another one. This portion is just that small portion, but in between here, maize season is here. We are soon going to put in some maize. This is what I was talking, if you checked my other previous video, when I was talking about the male and female papaya. So this is a hermaphrodite. See, this will bear fruits, unlike the other papaya tree that is on the other side. This shows that it will bear fruits. Unlike this fellow here, this one can't bear fruits. This one won't bear fruits. Anyone who knows this plant to tell me its name in English?